All right, what's up, guys? This is Taylor. It is the 19th of March, Fed Wednesday, and the markets close up here in about 45 minutes. So things could change, of course, but looking at the QQQ up about 2% on the session here, starting to get a few signs of maybe a short-term bottom being in. And then from there, could we get a path back into at least QQQ 495? So a couple things I'm seeing here which could change very quickly, so be nimble. But on your daily chart from last week, we found a fresh low on Thursday's candle. And then by Friday's closing candle, we're back above the high of that low bar. All right, so imagine anybody shorting QQQ around 470, a little bit lower. By the time things close on Friday and you're back above the high of that low bar, you're probably not too happy with the short. So that high of low bar close can be one little indication. Might be looking for a sign of a turn. I think the more important thing here, which I believe I mentioned in a video with you guys a couple of weeks ago, QQQ hourly back in February, 21 EMA crosses under the 50, and that kicks off a pretty nasty hourly downtrend. You make a lower low, a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Momentum turns back above zero. 21 EMA back above the 50. And while it might be a small sample size, better behavior last couple of days. Not signs of an all-out short squeeze. Signs of bulls just trying to stabilize price and, if anything, get themselves a little breathing room. Momentum shift, 21 back above the 50. And now you're getting a little bit of the opposite dynamic where you have a low, a higher high, a higher low, and perhaps into tomorrow and Friday they can push, QQQ into 490, take it into a higher high, and maybe that hourly chart's trying to behave a little bit more like a short-term uptrend. So key over-under level here for QQQ 480. They gap down tomorrow, they pull back and break below the 480. I think the idea of trying to be long and calling for a push higher in the short term could continue to be a tricky one. So best case scenario, Qs can hold that 480, and then looking at the big three signals, we have a 15-minute buy signal and a 5-minute. If they can keep the 15-minute and the 5 and then go and get a 30-minute buy signal, might be looking for a long into 490, 495-ish. Which all that'd be is a pushback to a daily 21 EMA. Not calling for a multi-week long rally, not calling for a pushback towards an all-time high. Can we take a few short-term turn signals, get a pushback into falling 21? That can make for a nice trade. So there's a rundown for the QQQ. Daily chart got that high of low bar close. Hourly chart got that 2150 cross. Little bit of progress from there. They can stabilize it. If they can keep that progress, perhaps into tomorrow and Friday, they can build upon it. Jump into the S&Ps here. Popping into 5,700, and same thing as a QQQ. You find a fresh low back on Thursday's candle, and then anybody getting short S&Ps 55.50, 55.25-ish, they're going to feel some pressure by the time things close on Friday, and you're back above the high of that low bar. That can make for one potential turn signal, and then off the hourly here, momentum line back above zero, 21 EMA back above the 50. We go from lower highs, lower lows to higher high, lower high, and I think technically here, another higher high on the hourly. 5-minute buy signal printing, 15-minute buy signal printing. If they can hold their ground, keep it above that 5650, I want to buy on the next 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute squeeze. Keep it above a key level, print some buy signals, give me a squeeze, and I shall jump in. QQQ back below 480, S&P's back below, call it 5650, and that might be all she wrote here as far as a pop. From that, we can jump over to the volatility index. And I think best case scenario here for the bulls, you don't want VIX bouncing back off of the hourly 200. All right, good pullback, good flush. If they can keep it under that 2019.50 level. Better yet, keep on walking the thing lower. That can give the bulls in the short term a little bit more breathing room. If they pop VIX, back above 20, back above the hourly 200 here, and they're pumping back into 21, 22, 23, might put some pressure back on the indexes. For now, VIX is behaving, and then outside of QQQ S&Ps, one thing we've done a pretty good job of here in the room is trying to find relative strength in this market. And we do that through my spreadsheet here. So on the big three sheet, we are ranking the... Let me fix this up here for you real quick. Oops. Got to get it pretty for you, folks. All right, there we go. All right, so on the scoring system here, we are ranking the indexes, the Big Ten names, and the sectors. All right, we're looking at a weekly chart all the way down to a 30-minute. And the strongest possible score for one given time frame would be a positive 15. So last night, take gold, for example. Gold had a plus 15 on the weekly, 3-day, 2-day, all the way down to the 30-minute. That gives gold the strongest possible total score of 120 out of 120. So as you can see, indexes are just a little bit more neutral here. Big Ten names are not the greatest. Gold with a 120, silver with a 109. Compared to the indexes, Big Ten, other sectors, definitely a good spot of relative strength. So we're taking the relative strength on the spreadsheet, then we're jumping over here to the squeezes, and trying to find ourselves a good entry. So gold is made for, gold futures to be specific, 3 good trades here over the last week, and we pull it up here. We've been jumping and buying it on lower time frame squeezes. So jumped in here at one point last week on this first hourly squeeze. A really good looking setup. You had the white arrow, perfect score of 15, trend structure, all the above. Jumped in, caught the push, took our paycheck. Little back and forth overnight, another brand new hourly squeeze, again with a white arrow. Jumped in, got long, caught another push, took that paycheck, and then on that push out of that hourly squeeze, jumped in and took ourselves another little paycheck out of it. So gold's been good to us, and a good example of the old saying is there's an uptrend somewhere. The last couple of days, last week or so, it's been gold and silver. And I think doing that on a 15-minute, 30-minute hourly squeeze, it's a nice way to keep your risk in check. Gold looks awesome, silver looks awesome, but overall, market-wise, till things change, I'm not too much of a fan of trying to hold things overnight. If it ranks out nicely on the spreadsheet there, it's got a good-looking 15-minute, 30-minute hourly squeeze, then I'm going to jump in and day trade it. All right, take it out to lunch, wine it and dine it, and then I am dropping it back off at the bus stop. Go to bed in cash, get a good night of sleep, wake up, do it all over again. And those scores come from the scoring system you see on the labels here. So for example, right now the gold futures has a 13 out of 15 on the big three score. All right, and that is our trend, structure, and momentum checklist. We got our trend score, we got our structure score, our momentum score. 13 out of 15 is pretty good. All right, but again, I'm taking that across those 8 different time frames, ranking out the indexes, Big Ten, and all the above. So gold stands out, silver stands out. In the Big Ten, now it's a 19 out of 120, so if we were in a really good market, a 19 out of 120 wouldn't really catch any of our attention. But compared to Microsoft with a negative 84, Google a negative 80, Tesla a negative 77, Netflix with a 19 out of 120, not too shabby. So what I would like to do for Netflix here, market willing of course, if they can keep it above that 950 strike, sorry about that guys, my mic cut off. But yeah, for Netflix, if they can keep it above that 950 strike, I might want to buy it on the next 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour squeeze. But alright y'all, as always, thank you for watching. And for now, signs of what I would call not signs of an all-out short squeeze around the corner, though that might be the case. But maybe a bit more appropriately, signs of stabilization in the short term. They broke it down, they walked it lower, lower low, lower high, all the above. Little momentum turn, little improvement in the structure, and for now at least, on that gap down yesterday, they don't totally drop the ball and take it down to a fresh low. Just kind of been the name of the game here as of late. QQQ above 480, lower time frame buy signals, lower time frame squeezes. There might be a path here into 490, 495. For now, I am not long QQQ. Gonna hold off, gonna be patient below 480, and I'm gonna can the idea of getting long here in the short term. But alright, y'all, thank you for watching, and I'll make sure in the video description we put a link for that Big 3 sheet. Save that spreadsheet, keep an eye on it. I update it every morning, every night. Might find it helpful. But till we talk next time, thank you again for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like and the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you next time. Adios.
What's up, traders? This is Taylor from Simpler Trading. I wanted to thank you for watching our video, and if you liked the video, go on ahead and comment down below, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell icon to get a notification anytime we upload our next video. And of course, if you want to watch us trade live in real time with our own money, check us out at simplertrading.com. Until then, trade safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.